Bringing you the latest news and sports updates, this is Wolf News.
Hello, welcome back to Wolf News. I'm Natalie Wang.
And I'm Roger Rivera.
So there is a spring talent show tonight. If you do not already know, it starts at 7 o'clock p.m. Tickets will be sold at the door for $5 each. The night will be featuring various acts such as Nautilus, an original bass solo by Andrew Coulter, poetry by Jay Bennett, Osnap Improv, and so many more.
So this is a reminder for all seniors. Auditions for graduation, baccalaureate, and performances are this Wednesday at 12:30 in the band room. So please also bring a copy of your speech for the judges. And if you'd like to submit any artwork for graduation, this is due April 30th to Miss Brink in the counselor's office.
That's right. On Wednesday of March 24th, just before spring break, the judges crowned Matt Ular as Mr. Eastlake of 2010, who we have as a special guest today. Thanks so much for joining us, Matt.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So, just to start us off, when Miss J announced your name as the winner of Mr. Eastlake, tell us what was going through your mind.
It was cool to win, just me and all the guys were kind of happy everything we did paid off, and people seemed to like it, so that's good.
Your video, parenting video, was a crowd favorite. How did you come up with this idea?
We wanted to do something no one's ever done before, and then we just brainstormed a whole bunch of ideas, and parenting came up. And then my favorite show is Modern Family, so we kind of modeled my character after Phil, the dad, on that show.
It worked really well.
And just curious, where did you come up with how did you come up with the red paint?
It was on a Mythbusters episode a couple years ago that I remembered.
I see.
Yeah.
Great. Also, in your lip sync, what was your favorite part or dance move?
Probably the ping pong move. I like ping pong in general, so maybe
Yeah.
we can dance.
That was the
Something
one with
you
the
like.
white glove, right?
Yeah.
The motions. Great. So what inspired you for this lip sync?
We just kept track of dance moves we liked from Old Navy and Gap commercials, and we found some from raves that we thought were pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Was this a conjoined effort, or was this all by yourself?
No, me and all the guys got together one day. We were all together.
How long did this process take?
About 5 hours.
Amazing. So traditionally, the winner of Mr. Eastlake is a senior, but against all the odds, you won as a junior. What are your feelings about this?
It was cool to win as a junior, but as long as the show was good, because people remember a good show over just who won that year. So I think it was a pretty good show. People enjoyed it. So it was
A lot of people laughed. It was very memorable.
So now that you have the Mr. Eastlake crown, what was your next big step?
Graduation.
Graduation.
Get that
That's
done.
always a good thing.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Matt.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Daniel with a quick sports update.
Opening days today, and over the winter, the Mariners have gotten a few acquisitions. You know, who do you like out there, Taylor?
It was nice to see them bring in superstar Cliff Lee. That was a nice pitching addition. It was also nice to see them add the defensive and fast specialist of Sean Figgins.
Yeah, you know, they also got Eric Burns and
Exactly.
Kochman to play at first. He's
Milton Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to be defensive oriented this year.
Yeah, they have a lot of guys that can hit the ball, but no power hitting.
Yeah, I think most of us thought they'd bring in the big bat this winter, but
Yeah. We missed
No.
out on the Jason Bay sweepstakes. That was unfortunate.
yeah. So how do you like their chances in the AL West?
You know, I think Seattle's going to finish behind the Angels. I like the Rangers and Mariners to battle for that second spot. I think the A's will come in fourth.
Yeah. The boys soccer team has gone off to a 2-1-3 start and have a total of 8 goals.
Led by Ronaldo Bandera, senior, who has 4 goals.
Yeah. The NBA playoffs begin this Saturday.
Who do you like?
I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic. You know, I think they had a pretty good year last year. Made it to the finals.
Right.
Dwight Howard, you know, is having a good year. I think they got the tools to
Okay.
win it all.
I'm gonna have to pick the underdog Utah Jazz.
Utah. Okay.
Jerry Sloan, who is one of the best coaches in the NBA, he has not won a ring, so I'm looking forward to kind of win this year. So, but look out for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, and most of us think that would be the surprise team. You know.
They got Kevin Durant, one of the superstars of the NBA, and they got a nice point guard Russell Westbrook and a good coach, and that team's really got things going on right now.
The Eastlake baseball team, going into last Thursday, had a 1-8 record, and in the Wolves' only win, Sam Nashi went 4 for 5 with a home run and a double. But last Wednesday's game wasn't the best.
The Wolves lost just a close one, 16-14 to Eastside Catholic. In that game, however, Sam Nashi hit a home run, and also Kyle Henselman went yard. Henselman just returning from a gruesome head injury he suffered in practice about a week and a half ago. So good to see him back out there hitting the ball.
Yeah. With Taylor Condren, I'm Daniel Lima. Now back to Natalie and Raju.
A lucky 12 Eastlake students, along with Miss Egashira and family with Miss Meilleur, this spring break got a chance to go to Belize and Guatemala.
They spent 4 days in Belize and 5 days in Guatemala. And we actually had a chance to interview Miss Meilleur, Miss Egashira, and a couple of the Eastlake students. So let's take a look. All right, so we have Miss Meilleur and Miss Egashira here to share with us a couple of their experiences over their spring break trip. So I've been informed that you spent 4 days in Belize and 5 days in Guatemala. Have you taken your other students in previous years to other parts of the world?
Yeah, this is the 4th trip that we've taken with Eastlake, and we went to Costa Rica, we've gone to Peru, and then we did 3 weeks in Europe.
Nice. So what was so different about this trip to Guatemala and Belize compared to previous years?
I think that this trip we did a lot more active things, and we were really busy. Also, I think going from Belize, where they speak English, into Guatemala, where they speak Spanish. Cultural difference between those two countries, and so I think it was very interesting for us and for our students to kind of experience that. And also we saw a lot of Mayan ruins, which we've never seen on trips before.
Wow, so the students had plenty of time to practice their Spanish also.
Yeah, the second half of the trip,
Yeah.
I think people did
It's
a
kind of
really
an
good
easy
job.
way to ease into the Spanish.
Great. Could you describe to us kind of a typical day on your trip?
We had no typical days because every day was different, but every day we were doing something. So it was usually pretty early mornings, like out on the bus by 8, and then just kind of whatever excursion it was. So like hiking or a lot of hiking.
Snorkeling,
yeah.
seeing rays and sharks, climbing volcano, doing cave tubing.
Well, what were some things you expected to find on this trip?
I don't know. We expected to find like the ruins and stuff, and we expected to be doing stuff like that because we specifically picked those activities. But I don't think we expected like the magnitude of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know know that you're gonna go see ruins and stuff like that, but you don't really understand like the effect or the history and all that until you actually see them.
Yeah, how impressive they are is amazing. And then also I think one of the surprises that we weren't expecting were, because we were there during Semana Santa, which is like Easter week, and so lots of the festivities that were there and lots of the traditional clothing, we saw a lot of Mayan people dressed in traditional clothing, which was really cool.
Right. So what would you say was most memorable to each of you?
I think climbing a volcano was pretty cool.
Yeah, climbing the volcano and seeing the lava right in front of us, and then also the Mayan ruins of Tikal were really, really impressive.
Wow. How long did it take for you to hike up?
I rode a horse up.
Oh, you rode a horse up?
I rode a horse up.
Part of the way.
Part of the way.
It took all day for that hike. I mean, we left Guatemala City that day at like 7 a.m. and we got back at 5 p.m. or something.
Well, what do you hope your students took out of this trip?
Hope they learned something. Hope they realize how important it is to travel and like what an opportunity is. Because I don't think, a lot of people don't get that chance to go travel other countries and just to have that experience. And so I hope they realize that they are really lucky that they have that.
And I hope that they will feel confident to travel again and not scared to travel, even to a place maybe that most people wouldn't go, kind of off the beaten track of a normal vacation, and that they'll really go take some adventurous trips in the future.
Sounds like a very easy way to get involved, and it's a great opportunity. So let's hear what some of the students have to say about this trip.